Hello everyone, in this video today we're going to be taking a look at an article from Breitbart that was written by Pam Key and it was published on September 13th. NEA Teachers Union President. Children are crying because they are afraid of Trump. Now the funny thing is the reason why these kids are afraid of Trump is because of people like her in our education system. Along with on the note of those who have parents that are anti-Trump, left-leaning, far-left morons, they're also to blame. So they're trying to blame Trump for this, but it's their own damn fault for fucking with these kids' heads, putting their Trump Derangement Syndrome on them, and creating this environment where Trump has become the boogeyman. It's disgusting. So look, let's get into this and see what she had to say. Last week at the National Press Club, National Education Association President Lily Eckelson Garcia claimed teachers were having to comfort crying children because they are afraid of President Donald Trump. I just find that funny when I hear it. I mean, it's sad that they are afraid, but it's funny that they're afraid of someone who's actually trying to work to better the country, unlike Obama. Yet, they're all taught to love him. So, yeah, that's kind of funny. So let's get into this transcript. Our work happens inside and outside the classroom. Thousands of people in cities across the country took to the streets this week to protest this administration's cruel, senseless ending of DACA. Oh, you mean the DACA that Obama unconstitutionally enacted using executive order? You mean that DACA? Because, as Trump said, you know, it's not in the purview of the executive branch to do something like that because, again, it is unconstitutional. But yeah, you have a problem with that. Go figure. With the last name Garcia and Eckelson Garcia. It sounds like you kept your name last and your hubby's went before yours. Hey. Oh, what does that say about it, you know? It says a lot about you. Many of them were our members supporting their students. And those same educators still showed up for school giving their kids hugs and homework. We have to be both activists and educators. First off, the protests happened while fucking school was open. So how the hell did they show up to school and give hugs and homework while they were protesting? They didn't. So you're a fucking liar. You are a fucking liar. Okay? No, what they did is they skipped fucking school, got paid for it, and substitutes came in, and the kids didn't get fucking taught those days. So let's be honest about this, because we can both be, you know, honest here, Garcia. Okay? Eckelson Garcia. We can both be honest about this, Lily. You know that they skipped school to go out and protest while getting paid, and then you had to pay for, and then the schools had to pay for substitute teachers. Come on, we can both agree on that, right? And on the note of being activists and educators, no, you are there to be educators. Okay, I don't care if you have personal beliefs, but you got to keep them out of your job, away from what you're doing. Because all you're doing is indoctrinating and poisoning the minds of young children, okay? And not giving them the ability to go and make up their own minds. And now, because you've tried this with the next up-and-coming generation, that in 2020, a lot of them are going to be old enough to vote, they've revolted against that. They've rebelled against it. And now you're looking at the fact of being screwed for another presidential election there, you left-leaning little lover of Marxist indoctrination, Lily. So, guess what? You sow what you reap. Just go there to educate. Let them make up their own damn minds. Because when you push the left, they want to find out what the right's about. But you don't get that. That's what happened with communism. Is they pushed the indoctrination, and it made, and throughout the former Soviet Union and communist bloc, it made them want to find out about the other side of things. Didn't work out too well for the communists. Ain't going to work out too well for you. And in this And in this speech today, I have to be both. I have to talk about policy and politics, but I have to somehow leave you with the importance of our work and what's at stake for our students. The importance of your work. You mean the indoctrination? You mean the brainwashing? Because I think that's what you're talking about. I'm really thinking that's what you're talking about. We are facing a reckless and irresponsible administration that creates chaos and confusion, which is bad. But he also creates fear in children, which is unforgivable. Uh-oh. Sounds like someone's upset that he's got DeVos in and looking at doing the whole voucher thing. So you're no longer going to have your whole little security blanket there to where shitbag wastes of space teachers get, I don't know, protected from being fired like in New York City where they get to report to a place every day and get paid for it because they can't be fired because they got fucking tenure. You're going to lose all those little perks. And that's what you're upset about. So you had to bring the children into it. And you're a scumbag for it, Lily. You are a sleazy, scummy person. Because that's all you guys have done is you've looked at trying to indoctrinate these children and fuck with their heads because it's all about you. It's all about you guys, okay? And your job security and milking the fucking tit of the state. That's what it's about. You don't care about the kids because then you wouldn't be poisoning their minds, making them cry. You don't get that though. I love this, but he also creates fear in children, which is unforgivable. Okay, yes, it is unforgivable. You, okay, and all the teachers that are doing it, it's unforgivable. You are scumbags. Okay? The kids' parents for indoctrinating them in that bullshit, that Trump derangement bullshit. Same fucking thing. What they're doing to their kids is unforgivable. You and I can at least agree on fucking with these kids' heads, okay, with the fear thing. Putting the fear in them is unforgivable. We're not going to agree on where it's coming from because you can't look inward at yourselves on the left. You can't look inward when it comes to being a teacher and on the left. Because your shit don't stink on that side. At least you don't think it does. And it's pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. For the first time in our country's histories, teachers have had to comfort crying children because they were afraid of their president. Yeah, because you've made them afraid. If you didn't make them afraid of the president, if the people that you represent, the teachers that you represent as a union, okay, if they didn't fuck with the kids' heads, there would be no issue. If in New York City and California, okay, parents weren't fucking with their kids' heads, like on the note of the people on the fucking left doing it and letting their Trump derangement, okay, cause them to brainwash their children and put the fear of Trump in them, okay? And on the note of the illegals, okay, because you have these people that aren't even supposed to be here, and their kids aren't even supposed to be here, and their kids are consuming services that, should be going to Americans. Just imagine if you took the money that's going to educate these illegals and you put it towards our own children. Just imagine. See, as someone who's an educator, supposed to be an educator, I would look at the fact of what's best for my children, as in the American children. And I would say, we got to get them the fuck out. But you have their parents, okay? Their parents who are illegal and them being illegal, and their parents go, Trump, he's going to deport us. Oh, no, he's going to round us up. And they're scaring their kids. Okay? So you're all scaring the fucking kids. Trump isn't doing it. Put blame where blame fucking belongs. There were current events about Muslim bans, and educators had to assure frightened children, like little girls who wore jobs or little boys named Mohammed, that the president couldn't hurt them. Okay. So, it wasn't a Muslim ban. That goes to show how you poison these fucking children. You lied to them, along with the press, okay? Anyone with a sane rational grasp of what was going on would know it was not a Muslim ban, that it was a ban on particular countries where we have extremists, where we have terrorism coming from, where there are Christians that are also banned. So if you have Christians there, which it's clear you don't give a shit about Christians, Lily, but with a name like Garcia, okay, you're probably fucking Catholic, or at least were born into the religion. So you should have some fucking respect for it. And understand that those Christians are being ethnically fucking cleansed, okay? Are being fucking genocided. But you don't give a shit. All you care about is the quote-unquote Muslim ban, when those Christians were also being banned. You're pathetic, okay? And the thing is those frightened little girls wearing hijabs, why weren't you worried about them all with female circumcision and having their genitalia mutilated? I don't see you fucking coming out about that shit when that shit's now starting to happen here in the U.S. No, you don't comfort little girls and say, we'll make sure that don't happen to you. No, you help to portray the boogeyman of Trump and scare them even more. You and your ilk that are part of the NEA as members that are teaching our children. So let's be a little honest here. And I love how you chose the name Mohammed for your particular little thing here to try to strike a nerve. Pathetic. There were current events about the border wall to keep out bad hombres, and educators had to assure frightened children with names like Alfredo and Juanita that the president couldn't hurt them. If they're fucking legal, they have nothing to worry about. If they're illegal, yeah, they have something to worry about, like going back to fucking Mexico, or going back to Guatemala, or going back to Brazil, okay? Yeah, if they're of Hispanic descent, yeah, they got to worry about going back there, because they're not even supposed to be here in the first fucking place, because their parents decided that they were better than the rest of the people who are working within the system that have to wait upwards of a fucking decade to come here and pay to do so. So why don't we be honest about that? Which, the way Trump is backing off fucking DACA and stabbing us fucking core supporters in the back, all right, you're still going to get what the fuck you want, you stupid bitch. At least that's what it's looking like. I mean, if Trump isn't really selling out on the whole DACA thing, all right, I'll take that back. But right now I'm pissed at him, and you're going to get what you fucking want, on the Dreamers at least. But no, that ain't good enough for you. There were current events about humiliating transgender students who just had to go to the bathroom and removing the protections against their discrimination, and educators had to assure frightened boys who were shaped like girls and girls who were shaped like boys that the president couldn't hurt them. Oh, you mean most of the kids who are fucking trenders, who really aren't transgender, and if some fucking doctor falls for their transgender shit, is going to end up ruining their fucking lives? You mean those kids? I mean, yes, some of them do have dysmorphia. Okay? Gender dysmorphia. Yes. But the majority of them don't. And the thing is, all right, you're leaving out the fact that you've got, let's see, from middle school through high school, you got horny young boys who would be more than willing to fucking take advantage of this shit. Okay, to get into the girls' fucking locker room? All right? You know what? If I was back in school at that ripe young age of being a horny teenager, I wouldn't do it, but I would sure as shit think about it. And my morals would override it. But you know what? There are a lot of cases, especially these days, where that isn't going to be, morality overriding the urge here. So this was about protecting girls, you stupid bitch. This was about protecting women. Because, you see, you want that double standard of, we're equal, but then you want us to protect you. But when we do it, you get all fucking pissed because you got no fucking concept of. That's what this is about, protecting children. This is about protecting young girls. All right? Oh, yeah, so let's look at that. Because you know what? If something were to happen with a perverted boy, heaven forbid, doing something nasty to a girl, or somewhere around the other way, because girls can rape boys, okay? sexually abusing, male students sexually abusing female or vice versa because of this, okay? You'd be like, oh, not all. Well, we could nip it right in the fucking bud to begin with. And this isn't about humiliating the transgender students. This was about protecting students over the majority. All right. See, the thing is you have to look at certain things. The majority of society outweighing the individual on things like this. Okay? And you're trying to make it so that the minority overrules and has to have themselves in the face of the majority. That's not how life works. But you guys are trying to change that. And this week there was a current event that the president was stripping away the protection of our dreamers. He cruelly said he's sure Congress will take care of it. Well, yeah, because that's who's supposed to take care of it. The thing is, see, you're trying to leave that fucking fact out. Obama himself admitted that he did not have the power to do DACA, which he flat out he basically just flat out said it's unconstitutional, it's a temporary measure, and he was kicking the can down the road. And now that Trump has had to deal with it, you're all upset. Well, guess what? Life fucking sucks. Okay, we want the rule of law. That wasn't the rule of law. He cruelly said he was sure Congress could take care of it. I love how I'm sorry, I just had to read that again. Because how is that cruel? How is it cruel? Just say Congress should be taking care of it. Donald Trump is risking 800,000 lives. No! How is he risking their lives? They can fucking go back. All right, they're going to have educations. It's going to put them up way above the other people there. That means they'll earn more money than these other people because they have education. Some of them college. I think a college education in Mexico is going to help you out pretty fucking good. Unless we're talking women's studies. Because then if you're talking women's studies, they're going to be like, oh, no jobs for you. You're going to have to be a barista like it would be up here. Yet, that's our fucking problem. No, it's not our problem in this country. He risks nothing? Really? He doesn't risk anything. No, he's actually risking a lot because he's pissing off every one of you little whiny, retarded fucks. And now that he's backpedaling, he's pissing us off to try to appease you. Fuck off. These undocumented young people were brought here as children. A lot of them were brought here as teenagers. The overwhelming majority were. Like 14 years old. It was like the average age or some shit. So, nice try. They graduated from school and had no criminal record. Oh, well, I love how you chose those particular words because, oh, no, they didn't commit any crimes. No, because if you said that, you'd be a fucking liar. I'm sure more than a few have criminal records, but yeah, young people who did not make the adult decision to come. Actually, more than a few of them were unaccompanied minors. So, yeah, more than a few made the decision to come themselves. Nice try. They applied for and were granted protected status because of their special circumstances. What special circumstances? They fucking came here illegally. That doesn't make them special. That doesn't make it special circumstances. Bottom line, they came here illegally. I mean, I'm sorry if I sound like a hard ass, but you know what? I want rule of law in this country again. Okay? There's a video that Coach Red Pill put out a few days ago. And the older you get, the more understanding you... Well, it's two videos. The first one was, the older you get, the more understanding you have. The second one was like, the more understanding you have, the less forgiveness you have. And he's dead on with those two videos. Okay? He's right, because if I was in my 20s, I would almost definitely feel differently about this. I'd be like, well, they're already here. Now, I'm like, no, I have no fucking sympathy at this point. Because I've watched this country go down the shitter from pretty much the last 20 fucking years. I mean, I hit 20, things were, got into my mid-20s. Things weren't bad. And then I just watched, boom, shit start fucking going downhill further and further and further. And I mean, I started to watch that in the 90s, but it leveled off. And I'm sick of it. I have no forgiveness for it. All right? It's time to think about America and Americans. Fuck everybody else. Okay? Unless it comes to international shit like North Korea and stuff. Okay. It's a different story. But when he's threatening to nuke us. But the bottom line is we have to worry about America and Americans. And once we take care of our own shit, then we can worry about other people. That's the bottom line. DACA allowed for them to go to work, go to college, or serve their country in the military. Well, actually, without DACA, they could still serve in the United States military. But you leave that fact out because they could. Don't you remember all the illegals that have been able to sign up since September 11th? Oh, yeah, we can't cover... We can't admit that little fact, though. DACA is an unqualified success on every level. Bullshit. Complete fucking lie. A lot of those people, okay, on DACA, they're working menial fucking jobs, taking them away from legal fucking immigrants like Hispanics, okay, and Hispanic Americans and Black Americans. They're taking those fucking jobs from them. That's not humane. That's inhumane. But you're going to, right here you say, it's humane. It's just. No, it isn't. What about the blacks? What about the American Hispanics that are being fucking screwed over by these people? You don't talk about them. Fuck them. It's pumping billions into our economy. Bullshit. A lot of them are consuming free shit, welfare, and fucking, government financial aid and everything else. So that ain't pumping billions into our economy, but you know what? Just keep talking out your ass. Okay? In our economy, to have these educated, hardworking, and enthusiastic young people paying taxes and buying homes and working and studying and starting businesses. Bullshit. There's a minority of them that are doing that. Not a majority, a very small minority. But you're trying to make it sound like all. When you're a person that loves that not all fucking thing. I'm sure you do. We want to comfort them. No, we don't. Not our problem. But it's hard to tell them that this president can't hurt them. Why? He can't. But yet you're making them fucking delusional. You all should be locked up for fucking child endangerment for what you're doing. They know the truth. No, they don't. Because you people lie to them. So don't say they know the truth. They know what you tell them. You fucking dumb bitch. But we've taught them well. No, you've indoctrinated them well. That's why they're freaking out. Because if you taught them actual fact, they wouldn't be freaking out. That's a matter of fact. And they know, and we know the right question to ask. What are we going to do about it? Holy fucking shit. So, not only are you fucking with their heads and indoctrinating them, like most teachers would, okay? I mean, you're the head of the NEA. I'm sure you guys, because I know how the NEA works. I've had more than a couple teachers tell me who have dealt with it over the years, especially back when I was in school. I know you guys are shady as fuck. I know you guys try to have NEA approved textbooks. And that they're all, like when on the note of history, revisionist fucking shit. I know how scummy you are. That's what you're doing about it. You're indoctrinating these people. You're trying to get them to act out and to act up. Basically, you're trying to create the next generation of little shitbag Antifa fucks who can't rationally think and end up taking to the streets because their indoctrination outpaced their intellect. That's what you're doing. So anyway, I'm just going to leave this here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.